Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I've already figured out a name for this little series that I'm doing. I'm gonna call it MYRigs. Basically, MYRigs stands for My means Malaysia, and Rigs, Rigs, computer. So, MYRigs lah, okay? So anyway, welcome to the second episode of MYRigs. This week I have 3 new awesome rigs that I would like to showcase. But first and foremost, I want to thank everyone for sending in your picture of your rigs, sending in your specs, supporting, especially when think korang memang gempak awesome. Terima kasih. Thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate it, though. And let's do it, man. Let's look at the 3 new rigs for this week, man. Let's go. Alright, guys. First up, we have Frankie. Now, Frankie is running a full tower case on his table, and the first thing I would tell him to do is probably put his rig down on the floor, unless you get a bigger table, which is probably the IKEA Linman, and it doesn't cost that much. Not a fan of his cable management. I think his cables could be all hidden instead of putting the extension plug on the floor. You could probably hide it behind your desk, and that would be damn neat, man. I think that would be a huge improvement for your rig. I wouldn't suggest you to hang your headphones on the monitor, but it's a personal preference because I think monitors don't come cheap, so you might want to hang your headphones elsewhere, and headphones don't come cheap too. It's running a custom water cool setup. I'm not too sure about water cooling system, but it does look a bit tight in there, and given the fact that you're running a CPU in a full tower case, you probably get a bit more room for, I don't know, tube improvement maybe. I love his motherboard. The lights look really, really good, and those RAM, man, it looked pretty damn impressive. Oh yeah, so overall, does look pretty good. Not bad, man, not bad at all. Just a couple of tweaks here and there and you're good to go. Alright, secondly, we have this guy called Johnson. Now, Johnson is this dude that I had a chat with, and I think he recently just bought his Acer Predator, and that thing looks insanely good. I apologize for the grainy pictures because that's all I managed to get hold of, but I think this guy is running an SLI. I'm not too sure about his full specs, but I'll try to put in some details in this description below. I like the colors, man, but I think a bit of color coordination, if you're good with blue, you should stick to blue, or if you're good with 2 colors like blue and red, you should just stick to 2 of them. I can see that you're probably a big fan of Razer. I see a Razer wireless speaker there if I'm not mistaken, and I see a Razer headphone stand, so probably if you want to make it all green, maybe you should make it all green then. But overall, this guy is running a beast. I would again say that I'm a big fan of putting your rigs down on the floor, your towel case or your ATX or whatever, because it looks much more cleaner. I'm not too sure about his cable management because I didn't manage to get hold of his pictures, but I would think that he could do some cable management as well if he puts his rig down. Finally, we have this guy called Brandon. Now, Brandon is running a pretty good looking rig. I like the lights in there. Maybe it's a bit too much for some liking. I would also suggest, I don't know what's up with people and putting their rig on the table. The table doesn't even look that stable, so I would suggest to put it down, man. You get more space to move your mouse. And from that looks of it, if you move your mouse a little bit too much, you might just push your rig off. I'm not too sure, unless you probably glue your rig on the table. But I like his setup overall. Maybe the color coordination isn't that great, but I think if you put your rig on the floor, it would look way, way better. I like how it looks at night, especially the rig, those lights, red and blue. So I see a bit of color coordination there, but overall, I think in terms of cable management, which I did not manage to see, I would think his cable management is pretty alright. But overall, yeah, man, not too bad. Good stuff too. Which of these 3 rigs are your preferences? Let me know in the comments below, and I might just run a giveaway in my next episode if I get more and more awesome setups. So I might give away some maybe cash prizes or even coupons and stuff like that. So tell me which one of these guys are your favorite rig. Do you like Brandon's rig? Do you like Frankie's rig? Or do you like Johnson's rig? Let me know in the comments below, and I will be more than happy to share it with them. Well, that's all we have for this week, guys. Thank you so much for watching the episode 2 of MYRigs. I'm pretty sure there are going to be more episodes to come thanks to you guys. Now, if you guys have any comments at all, or any criticisms or any other ways for me to improve, don't forget to leave your comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button. It means a lot to me. And don't forget to share it. And man, I will see you next week.